South African National Rally Championship traditionally opens with the Tour Natal, and this year is no different. We're on the south coast of the KwaZulu-Natal for the 53rd running of the event, which boasts a rich history of winners like Ewald van Bergen, Jan Hettema, Sarel van der Merwe and Serge Damso.
Welcome to the Total Tour Natal, which kicks off the South African Rally Championships for 2011. We're here at Harbour Crossing in Mumsintoti, KZN, for day one, where the teams are going to be battling it out over the next 2 days.
The battle lines are drawn with new cars, new faces, new combinations, all to spice up the show.
Enzo Gar, congratulations, reigning champions. But where is the competition coming from this year? Within your camp or without?
Well, it has been coming from our camp for the last 6 years, and Volkswagen's really been dominating the sport in that sense, but things are about to change this year.
In what way, Guy, do you think they're going to change?
Look, there are so many competitors. It's going to be very, very tough all year. So consistency will pay huge rewards, and we've just got to keep finishing in the top 3.
Bridesmaid 2 years in a row. Can you do the championship this year?
Yeah, we've been close the last couple of years, and this year we got some upgrades on the car, and we did a bit of testing yesterday, and it feels pretty good. So I think we'll be in the running this year again.
You ended the year on a high. Plan on starting it on a high as well?
Well, yeah, we had a terrible season last year, except it all came together in the last rally. And now we're trying to carry on from there. And, you know, it's one of the toughest championships in the world. And we've got 18 S2000 cars, so, you know, and a lot of good drivers. So to just be in the top 4 or 5, you're doing well.
Well, Janelle, after 8 years in the Dakar, you finally made it back to some South African rallying.
Yeah, no, I think, you know, it's going to be, I haven't been here for a long time. It's going to be very exciting. You know, to get the opportunity to go with VW in the Rally Championship here. I mean, the top team here is really great, and it's going to be a challenge for me. You know, I haven't done a lot of miles in the car, so, you know, I have to take this event basically as a test session. You know, get used to the notes and stuff, which is also completely new. And the other thing is also that these roads are very slippery. You know, it's going to be tricky out there, but I'll try and follow the lines of the other guys and you know, see where we end up.
So, first off the ceremonial starting ramp, the reigning champions in the BP Ultimate Volkswagen Polo, Enzo Kuhn and Guy Hodgson. With me on this rally, Steve Bishop. Steve, we are excited.
Well, of course we are, and you know, once again, you know, this rally is steeped in heritage, and I think we're in for quite a cracker, to be honest with you.
Team Castrol Toyota Auris of Johnny Gimmel and Drew Sturrock next up, and then former champions Jan Habig and Robert Paisley in the BP Ultimate Volkswagen Polo.
Certainly the man to watch, and particularly in Volkswagen's case, is Konrad Rotenbach and Nikolai Klinger as well. He certainly knows how to pedal this Fiesta.
Stage 1 in the Umzinto area, over 8.84 kilometers, named Dramdurg, a very challenging stage with lots of hairpins, and certainly it's going to be a challenge for these drivers with the high sugarcane fields on both sides of the stage. First off, of course, on the road, Kuhn and Hodgson, and they immediately get the pedal down to the metal.
Certainly the reigning champions will want a good start. They need to get away very, very good, and of course they're looking for consistency. Indeed
they do, so Kuhn and Hodgson lay down the marker.
Felt very slow in the beginning. It's very loose, so it's quite hard work. I don't know, we'll see how we did.
We'll see if they can be caught. This is Johnny Gimmel in the works Castrol Toyota Auris, along with Drew Sturrock from Scotland, and I really wonder how they're going to kick off their season.
Well, I can tell you that Johnny Gimmel is not going to want to play bridesmaid again, having come second on 2 occasions to the Volkswagen, so he's going to be trying really hard.
Okay, and there's the comparison, 7 seconds off the pace.
No, it was okay, eh? No, it was okay.
Well, they haven't had a lot of time to shake down that car, so I'm sure they're still getting to know it. Next up, of course, former champions Jan Habig and Robert Paisley in the BP Volkswagen Polo.
Well, I wonder what's in store for them really ahead of it, because I can tell you that the clerk of the course, Richard Vaughan, promises a very testing circuit.
Well, they certainly want to beat their teammates who have set the benchmark time so far, so let's see how they go through stage 1. And remember, it's only 8.84 kilometers. Okay, there we go, about 5 seconds off the pace. That's a bit of a surprise. This is the man, as you said, Steve, that everybody's looking at. He certainly put the marker down at the end of last season. Conrad Rosenbach with his French navigator Nicolas Klinger in their G-Fuel Ford Fiesta. This is a car that is absolutely blindingly fast.
Well, it will certainly have to be on this kind of circuit. I mean, remember the competition.
And there we go. Fastest time so far by 1.1 seconds. He has certainly laid down his intentions. Next up, in car number 5, it's Arjen Fekken and Pierre Aris, former champions as well in the BP Ultimate Volkswagen Polo. He loves the kind of surface that they're racing on at this point.
He's really putting this car through its paces, and right now we can see it's 0.1 of a second quicker.
No, it was good, eh? Very tricky as sugarcane hangs over the road, so it looks extremely fast, but it was quite fun, eh?
All the way from the Western Cape, son of multiple former winners Serge Damso, JP, along with Carolyn Swan in the Team Total Toyota Runex. And they are certainly also going as hard as they can. This is an exciting combination. Lots expected from them this season.
Well, certainly the drivers just say to watch out for these tight, twisty bits. In fact, sometimes they actually turn 180 degrees back on themselves, so they've got to be careful.
There we go, 6.6 seconds off Fekken's pace.
Well, this is really interesting. It's brand new manufacturers coming into this rally. It's the Pertec Peugeot 207, Heinrich Latekan and Johan van der Merwe.
Well, I'm sure they'll be taking it pretty easy at the start of this rally. They only completed the car a couple of days ago and certainly did not have enough time to do a proper shakedown. And you can also see clearly he's not pushing it very hard. He certainly doesn't want to lose development time in this car, but a pretty sight it is. There we go, 6th fastest so far and the slowest of those that have finished. A lot of eyes on this team, the Team Sassel Ford Fiesta with Mark Grenier, former Toyota Works driver, along with Robin Houghton, also a former Works co-driver, and he has got the hammer down. This car is clearly fast out of the box. A brand new car built by M Sport in the UK, the same outfit that builds the WRC cars as well. So Mark Grenier is certainly enjoying himself.
This is an excellent time. 6:23.7, 5.4 quicker than anybody else.
A team that certainly would want to erase all the memories, bad memories from last season when they had a car completely burnt out on this event. Charles Wilkin and Greg Godridge in the Basil Reed and BizHub Ford Fiesta. And they are also hammering. Not a bad time at all.
Well, they're certainly wanting to compete for the top Ford honours here.
And ending up 6th there. 2nd Sassel Ford Fiesta. This is young John Williams from the Western Cape, along with Kobus Frey this season. It's an absence of 2.5 years since he's last been in a rally car in South Africa. He's done some overseas rallying. And always great to go on board with these crews and to get a feel for what it's really like.
Yeah, I love getting on board here. But check out this. It's very difficult. They can't see the apexes at all when they're making these turns.
Almost like tunnel vision,
yeah,
if you drive through these sugarcane fields. So they slot in just behind Heinrich Latekan in the Peugeot 207.
Right, looking at the brand new Ultimate BP Volkswagen. Look at this. It's the new team members, Janelle de Villiers and Ralph Pitchard. De Villiers, a former South African off-road champion and winner of the 2009 Dakar Rally. And did you notice he had some Red Bull sponsorship on that car?
Well, he's an official Red Bull driver, isn't he? And just easing into rallying. Now the new Africa Development car, the Volkswagen Polo of Jelty van Niekerk and Dave Levkovich. And they are also looking at a solid performance on this event. Not, I think, amongst one of the fancied teams for an overall win, but still a solid, good start to their rally.
Right, more excitement right now as we go on board with the Team Total Runex of Mohamed Musa and Grant Myerton. And look at that. Very difficult to drive on this circuit, as we mentioned earlier.
Musa, a man with a lot of potential, but he tends to crash a lot. Had a huge accident on this specific event last year as well. So let's hope that they can keep all 4 wheels on the road and have a safe and problem-free run.
Well, one day we was actually asking which are the most memorable.
We will, I'm sure. Good time, though.
How's it going out there? No, it's fun. We're enjoying it. We're having a good outing today.
Stage 2, or Invernetti 1 over 9.02 kilometers. Nice mixture of forest and sugarcane. This should be pretty fast as well, although challenging.
So defending champions at it again in stage 2. Enzo Kuhn and Guy Hudson in the BP Ultimate Polo.
And I suppose the big question now is, can they do anything to that gap open up of 5.4 seconds by Marc Renier ahead of them? And they can't allow that gap to grow too much. You can see the disadvantage of running at the front of the field here, as we see Konrad Rothenbach now taking to stage 2. The disadvantage of running high up in the order on the road is that you're basically playing a sweeper for those behind.
Nice shots right now of Fekkin and Aries. And as you were saying earlier on, I mean, they're running probably, what, 4th, 5th at the moment, and it really is an indication of they're getting a clearer road.
And taking good advantage of that, running 8th on the road, in fact now 7th, because Heinrich Latergan has gone missing. He should have gone past already, is Marc Renier now, 7th on the road, and certainly taking advantage of the fact that the road has been swept nice and clean for him, and he's got lots of grip.
Well, this is our first view in the show of Nicholas Ryan and Jeff Tyra in the Volkswagen Polo, 12th currently and running about 14.1 seconds behind.
Lots of eyes on this crew, the second of the Castrol Toyota Auris cars, Leroy Poulter and Elvin Kutsia. Poulter certainly made an impression last year, and this, of course, is only his 3rd ever outing in the top class. 7th overall after the first stage, Mohamed Musa and Grant Martin in the Team Total Toyota Runex. And they're always good fun when you go on board with them. What is clear here is the different conditions in the forest now. Probably a little bit more slippery after overnight rain, lots of mud there. You've got to really keep your head together.
Total Tour Natal Rally, and right now car number 17, Wilro Dippenaar and Derek Jacobs, a little further back in the field, but nice to showcase some of those cars further back as they continue through the forest. Another one of those further back in the field is the first of the Subaru Impressors, Cindy Harding and Sebastian Klaas in car number 20, and will they impress?
The first opportunity for the crews to take a look at the cars after the first 2 stages, and the top 6 as they are at the moment. Renier leading Hergen Fekkin by almost 9 seconds. Enzo Kuhn just a few tenths further back in 3rd position ahead of Rothenbach and Klinger.
Mark, new team, and you're certainly starting off the way you mean to continue.
Yeah, absolutely. I think with the package we got, we just it's actually just blown my mind. I'm so excited. It's just such a privilege to drive it, and you know, having put the deal together with Sassel, it's overwhelming right now.
So tell us, how well is that car going then?
It's at this one of the guys just came and asked me, you know, sort of how's it going, and I said 7/10, which is a bit of a driver thing, saying that, you know, I think there's still a lot of time to be found.
How were those first 2 stages?
Very tricky actually. You know, the sugarcane is quite long, and it's just over the road, so it's like you get a bit of tunnel vision. You can't see more than 100 meters in front of you, so it's quite scary.
Charles, problems here, tell us about it.
Yeah, we had some issues on the first stage towards the end. The power steering broke, the belt broke, and to make matters worse, when we got out the stage, the car started having a misfire and eventually cut out.